Hello people, there are a few things I forgot to mention in the last video, and that was that I completely missed off one of my aliases. This alias's name was Austin Fano. And if you know what the name Austin Fano means, you might have a good idea where this is going. Well, I didn't quite pretend to be Austin exactly, I just picked someone who had the exact same name as him, and it fooled Louis for a little bit. He replied to it, and then I got I got caught out because I had a profile picture of a penguin playing the cymbals, and that's the same image I use for everything. So he saw through that right away. When I was making Paul Townsend, I learnt from all my previous mistakes. I made I left it for a while before I commented. I subscribed to Sky Sports Boxing and BBC News just to make it a convincing looking account, and still Paul got busted. Saddest day of my entire life. Anyway, I'm going to read another story, so you do not have to hear any more of my terrible improvisation. This story is not suitable for minors at all. It's called The Complete History of Porn, Complete History of Porn. And despite what the title may imply, it's not quite as inappropriate as you might think it is. Anyway, let's get this started. Hello, I am not Booin in disguise. I am Booin Johnson. Who is this Booin you seek? Whoever he is, he sounds handsome and cool, and not responsible for any sort of plane incident, whatever it may be. If of course there is a plane incident, of course, which I know nothing about, and which probably wasn't mine, no, his fault. I wear a bowler hat and Booin doesn't. Well, side note, would have gotten a bowler hat, but I can't really be bothered to get a bowler hat. I don't think he does. I don't know for sure. I haven't met him, nor do I know anything about him. I don't like mooses, but the plural of moose is moose. I didn't know that at the time. I know that now. I'm not sure he does either. Just a hunch though. A guess. Nor do I know that this Booin person is a he. Anyway, I saw a book by an author whose name I don't know, so I've chosen to review it on this site that I know how to log it into for some reason. I don't know who owns the site. I'm not Bird, so I wouldn't know. I don't know of any Booin. I am not disguised as Booin Johnson, so Niney wouldn't know it was me, him. I don't know of any Niney around here. Sorry. Shouldn't be laughing at my own content. It's arrogant behaviour. This book is called The Complete History of Porn, A Complete History of Porn. In it, the author, who is not me or Booin, who I don't know, reveals what porn stands for. It stands for Powerful, Awesome, Ripping Good Time, Narwhal, which is a perfect acronym. This is an extremely powerful symbolic message. The book begins with Booin, who is not just wearing a bowler hat to be in disguise, and who I have no clue about, explaining that dinosaurs invented porn. They worked together with cavemen and desert Michaels to paint graphic scenes involving chimps and eagles using footage of their high-tech cameras. Did you know that cavemen actually invented cameras, but the Romans destroyed them because Mr. Stubtoe's ancestor stubbed his toe? I don't know of any Mr. Stubtoe, obviously. He is not my archest of enemies. Then a great flood was visited upon the world, and this massive ark with a sauna was built so all the clean animals, the ones that had had a shower that morning, could have a luxury vacation and go on 7x7, while the unclean animals, the ones that hadn't had a shower, were left behind 2x2. The dinosaurs became extinct because Booin, who I don't know, launched a polar bear nitro-powered rocket into space and caused the flood. And the dinosaurs were all too big to get on the ark because their door was the size of a mouse. Dinosaur prejudice was involved. The builder of the ark, Wyatt, you get on this ark or you're going to die, was a massive racist to dinosaurs. Anyway, the heroic Byrne, who I've never heard of, boarded the ship, caused a mutiny and forced Wyatt to walk the plank, becoming the new captain of the cowboy ship. Some said he'd be a pirate captain, but he'd be a cowboy, not a pirate. Here porn changed again. The desert Michaels, who live in the snow, not the sea or trees, conspired with the mooses. They always were a sneaky bunch, and the dogs to create porn. This wasn't as good, probably because mooses were involved and ruin everything they touch. It didn't last long because their iPhones were destroyed when everyone dropped them in the sea to see what would happen, and they short-circuited, electrocuting the water-breathing giraffes. This is why there aren't any now, and joining the fish who had previously drowned. The electrocution also caused every single animal to lose their intelligence, which is why they're all dumb, and the iPhone wouldn't be reinvented for millions of years. The humans on the ship were saved because they were all wearing woolly hats. After this, porn slowed to a crawl as humans were less creative than any other animal on the planet, and Booin, who is he, didn't want to go through the complete history, which is entirely reasonable of him. He also has a nose that I think is very annoying, but as I've said once or twice, I am not Booin and know nothing about him. I am Booin Johnson. Peace out, dudes.